guys, so here's the iPhone app, opening Shadow, which then loads my Shadow. It's the same video from yesterday, just because it's the only one I've recorded at the moment. But what I'm going to do in this video is now explain what it is, how it works, and then the pros and cons. As said yesterday, it is a cloud gaming service. It's not native to the phone, but trust me, that's a good thing, and I'll explain why. But just before I do that, let's explain what Shadow is with a quick video on their website.
This is Shadow, a whole new way to play the latest games without buying a new PC. All you need is your internet connection, and you can transform any device you own into a supercharged gaming computer. So how does it work? Simple. Your Shadow is right here. A full Windows 10 machine with high-end components, stored securely in our data centers. Accessing your machine is as easy as logging into your Shadow account and streaming the image and sound directly to all your devices. Whether it's an old laptop, tablet, smartphone, or even Mac, enjoy your games on any device you choose. Your Shadow works exactly like a normal Windows 10 PC. You can install and run any software you want, from the games you already own, to the latest titles, to whatever you may need. And the best part is, unlike a physical computer, your Shadow is regularly upgraded and never becomes obsolete, which means you get high-end performance no matter what and never have to worry about hardware limitations ever again. Shadow, the best way to get a supercharged gaming computer on the devices you already own.
So there you have it, guys. That's how it works. It's cloud gaming via an app called Shadow. As you can see on the screen, it says 15 megabytes per second is the minimum speed you need. Now, before people jump on the latency bandwagon, there's not a thing. It's not an issue, especially if you're using a LAN connection or 5G Wi-Fi. If you're using 4G on the internet on your phone, you just need 15 megabyte connection, and the latency is nearly non-existent. I use this for everything. So I log on to my PC at home. I then connect to my Shadow. And once I connect to my Shadow, I then play Final Fantasy 11 on my Shadow. But what this means is I can jump between devices. I can jump to a tablet, to my phone that we saw the video of with the virtual gamepad, which is part of the Shadow app, on the phone. And I can then play any game I want on my Shadow on any device, every time. So as it explains in the videos, everything's hosted in the data centers in Paris or LA or wherever your closest data center is for Shadow. What it means is that the connection to Final Fantasy 11 will be running from the data center to Square Enix and not from your phone to Square Enix, meaning if you have some latency issues or your connection drops or you have a slight hiccup in your internet connection, it's going to keep running from Shadow to Square Enix, but you might just lose connection to Shadow. You reconnect to Shadow and your character will still be there, still fighting, still stood still in its MH. Whatever it was doing, it will still be there, which is better than it being native on the phone, trying to use 4G to keep a stable connection to Square Enix and play online, because it's just not going to happen. This is the speed test on the Shadow now, as you can see. So I've opened the Shadow app and done a speed test. This, because it's a data center, their download speed is a gig, well, just under a gig. They've got a 7 ms ping and 100 meg upload. That means that your connection, when doing DynamoSD or anything like that, is going to be stronger than your home network can be, possibly, guaranteed. So you're going to have the least lag you're ever going to get by using Shadow. And just to show you my personal home connection, I do have fiber to the door, so I imagine I have faster internet than most people. But just to prove that that was the Shadow one, doing a gig and 100 meg download, my home internet has also got a 7 ms ping and about 250 to 300 meg. It should be 300 meg down. But as said, it's just essentially streaming your video and the sound. You can use Discord, you can use your microphone, you can use your USB controllers, you can use everything you need to. With Shadow, it's exactly the same as your machine. Whatever you plug into device, whether it's a tablet or a phone, whatever you plug into it, will work on the Shadow. It has pass-through, so it sees all USB and Bluetooth devices. So there you go, that's the speed differences. 280 meg down, 50 meg up, compared to a gig down and 300 meg up. Sorry, 100 meg up. And that's it. That's how you do it. You can play private servers, you can play retail, because you can install whatever you want. It's your own customizable PC, and you just access it as you would through an application. And what you're seeing here is me swap between devices, which you can do whilst logged into Final Fantasy. You can be on your PC and then transfer to an iPad, a Surface Pro, a tablet, Android, whatever you want. As I said, iPhone devices, everything works. There's an application for all of them, and you can just hot swap between them. So if you're playing on the PC and you need to go to work or you need to go to the toilet, hey, why not go play Final Fantasy on the toilet? You can take it with you on your phone, and that's it. That's how it works. You can only have one connection at once, obviously. As you see, it disconnects me when I try to connect onto the other device. But yeah, it completely works. So now we take me back to the original video that I uploaded. This is running on an iPhone. It's using the beta version of the app, which includes the on-screen virtual keyboard. As I said in the previous video, I highly recommend using a phone clip and an Xbox controller if you really want to utilize it on your phone. It's a lot smoother with a physical controller, but it does work. If you're just trying to do the standard domain invasion or a couple of quests or something at work and you just want to sit there and play Final Fantasy while you're waiting, you've got access to do it now on your phone with the virtual keyboard. And as I show you now, you can turn off the keyboard on screen and just use a physical keyboard, physical controller if you have one. But yeah, it's really handy. It's great. Obviously, as I said, it's a subscription based. You do have to pay for it, which I did say in the video beforehand as well. I think it's about £14 per month. I don't know what that is, obviously in dollars, etc. It's on shadow.tech's website. Check it out. Let me know what you think. As I said, there's so many pros and cons. I appreciate it's not native to the phone, but because of the connection style, I think this is better. Because as I said before, you've got a gig down and 100 meg up from your Shadow, so where you're connecting to Final Fantasy, to Square Enix, and then you're just having to worry about a 15 meg connection from you to Shadow. And if that drops, your character doesn't disconnect, you have to log in again. They stay logged in, you just reconnect to Shadow and you're back in. So there you go. Hopefully that worked. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, it really helps, guys. Thank you so much. Cheers. Also, guys, just one last thing. If you do sign up to Shadow, use code DAN UAWF9 to get some discounts and referral stuff for both of us. It really helps the channel, so I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.